Every time I hear it, June, I get little duck bumps, horse bumps, I should call it, for the horse show. This is it, the $10,000 World's Grand Championship for Five-Gaited Stallion Mare or Gelding. This is what they've been working for all week long, and we've arrived at this point in the Coliseum tonight. Number 10 is Secret Sunrise. The rider is Charles Smith for the Randolph Farms of Clearwater, Florida. Number 129 is Contract Storm. Ray B. Harney, the rider, for Mrs. C.R. Whitner of Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 133 is the two-time grand champion My with Frank Bradshaw up to Jolie Richardson of Atlanta, Georgia. Number 202 is Our Lady Grace. Lloyd Teeter up for Sam Kagan of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Number 206 is Sparkling Choice with Earl Teeter up. Or rather, I'll have to correct that. 207 is Star of the Show with Earl Teeter up for the Dodge Stable of Lexington. Number 212, I believe, is main title for the Dodge Stables of Lexington. Number 216, Silver Dawn. Elvis Wilson is up. Mrs. S.R. Schaefer of Jeffersonville, Indiana, the owner. Number 238 is Queen of Fashion. Jay Ragsdale is the rider. Roger Dean Chevrolet, the owner, West Palm Beach, Florida, and Charleston, West Virginia. Number 251 is Hayfield Fairy Princess. Wayne Lovell, the rider. Dr. Charles E. Russian of Atlanta, Georgia, the owner. Number 254, Royal Jester. Kathy Etheridge up. Kathy Etheridge, the owner, from Bartow, Florida. Number 316, Just an Accident, with Doris Dunn up. She's also the owner, from Louisville. Number 317 is Beautiful Doll. Doris Dunn, the owner, from Louisville. Number 319, Dancing Glory, with Jim Robertson up for Charles Glenn of Lexington, Kentucky. Number 334 is Precious Trust. Lee Soule, the rider, for Mrs. William P. Roth of San Mateo, California. Number 380 is Stonewall Lee. Ray B. Harney up for Clyde and Helen White of Worcester, Ohio. Coe's Air, number 399, Billy Cox up for the Billy Cox Stables of Montgomery, Alabama. Flair up is number 400. The owners, the Sean Sellers Company of Montgomery. 409 is Spanish Moss. Fred George up for the Kaz Walker Stables of Knoxville, Tennessee. Kaz Walker Stables also have an entry in Private Miss, number 410. 423 is Really Mine with Don Harris up. Mr. and Mrs. James Hendry of Scottsburg, Indiana, the owner. Flight's Dictator is number 430. Kit Thompson of Tucson, Texas, the owner. 463, Glory Colorama. Howard Dickey up for D.E. Britt Association of Miami, Florida. Number 464 is Auntie Judy. The owners, Mr. and Mrs. W.C. Billsborough of La Puente, California. Number 499 is Dream Sequence. Red Crabtree, the rider. Greystone Manor Stables of Talmadge, Pennsylvania. Number 523 is Black Emerald. Garland Bradshaw, the rider. Emerald Farms, Delaware, Ohio. Number 567 is the contender. Tom Moore, the rider. Nolan Farms, Richmond, Illinois. Margarita 668 for the Burning Tree Farms of Simpsonville, Kentucky. Number 612 is the challenger. Chat Nichols up for the Riata Horse Farms of Wadsworth, Ohio. Number 627 is the Lancer. Owen Haley up for Warren M. Atkinson of West Baden Springs, Indiana. And 651 is Holiday's Wild Honey for the Warren M. Atkinson Stables of West Baden Springs, Indiana. Boy, that's an impressive roster.
It is indeed. The geographic spread and the quality.
Off the fence. Everybody off the fence.
The announcer is requesting that those who are hanging over the fence with excitement and anxiety get down because it interferes with the horse. Now we're doing a slow gait, which is the running walk. You'll notice in the picture that while the left front and left hind seem to strike the ground at the same time, they do not. There's a broken cadence in there, which gives the rider a very smooth ride. And it's a restrained gait. They're well collected. Now the next thing he will call for will be the rack, which is, there they go. Now you'll see speed. Speed counts in this. Yeah. That's a great ring of horses of highest quality in the country. Look at the precision of each leg right in place. I spoke too soon. He broke. Listen to the crowd.
They're loving it. Every second of it.
You need not ask how they like it. They've told how they like it. Now they've been called to walk. it's required that they do all 5 gaits in both directions of the ring. Before changing gaits, in order not to confuse the horse and get him in the habit of going from one to another at his own volition, they always call to a walk before changing gaits. Now, the judge may call for any one of the 5 gaits. Having worked them at all 5 in both directions, they are free to line up and call out a few for private workout. If there's doubt in their mind between them and they want to see them without too many other horses in the way, that's frequently done.
Now, My is a mare.
That's right.
Trying for a 3rd win here tonight in the World's Grand Championship.
Yes, sir.
June, has it ever been done before?
It has. Sweetheart on Parade won the stake twice. Belonged to Mrs. Ross of San Mateo, California. Lady Carrigan won it twice. Plainview's Jula won it twice. Daydream won it twice. But strange as it may seem, no one of them ever won it more than twice in succession.
As a mare?
As a mare. No mare ever did that once. Those mares have won it twice, but no one of them ever won it 3 times. And there's another curious bit of statistics here. Wing Commander won the stake 6 times, but since his retirement, every winner's been a mare.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
And we have a mare and a gelding trying to unseat the My tonight, too.
We have a ring full of people trying to unseat. And seriously, it is not a walk away for any one horse. This is a brilliant, hotly contested class. And as I remarked to one of the owners a moment ago, they were expressing doubt as to whether their horse would win, and I said, well, there'd be no honor if it was a foregone conclusion. When competition is close, there's some honor in victory. This is one of the best stakes I have ever seen.
Oh, this is tremendous.
And you notice the audience is appreciative of it. You don't need to be told when a horse is making a good move. No, in contrast, there's been only one mare win the Derby, and that was Regret. And but the mares sort of win more of these than the riding together.
My was victorious in the mare division earlier this week. The Contender won the gelding division this week. Star of the show, an entry of the Dodge Stables in Lexington, was reserve champion to My at last year's state fair.
That's right. So we have a lot of things to watch for. And horses are like prima donnas or any other athlete. They have the good nights and the bad nights. And if it were a mechanical performance, we wouldn't have competition. We just mail them the ribbon. But there's a lot of skill, endurance, precision, and brilliance to be considered. And it is an individual bitterly contested.
Isn't that pretty?
The horses that are out of the money here will be first at other shows. They're giving him a rigorous workout.
I guess they would have to do that in such a championship like this.
Oh, indeed. You know what the horse people call a morning glory shouldn't win this. A horse that can bloom for a little while with no bottom or endurance to it. To carry a 200-pound man, and I've seen these classes go 45 minutes at extreme speed and to stop at the will, the rider, it's an unusual breed. Of course, I'm highly prejudiced in their favor.
Might be well to note that we gave all of the entries who were qualified for this event. However, not all of them have appeared in the ring. Why is that, June?
Well, horses are scratched, are unsound, and unable to go tonight. Temporary ailments. And when you're shipping from one show to another, this time of year with all the dust they breathe, and in strange stables each week, they are likely to catch cold.
Well, we've gone to a walk now again. And
Now, number
timeout.
206 has pulled a shoe, and according to the rules of the American Horse Shows Association, that sparkling choice, Dodge stables, they are granted 7 minutes in which to replace that shoe, or they are given the privilege of withdrawing from the contest if they elect to. Now, to take advantage of that time, they are going to line them up and strip them, as we say, take the saddles off, and the judges will view them for confirmation. The reason they take the saddle off, you can't tell for sure how low a horse's back might be or where his withers start and stop with a saddle on.
And this is a set routine for the grooms, too. They jump in and they know exactly what to do.
Oh, indeed. They're eager to get in there, and the problem is to keep the grooms out of the ring when they're not invited.
Come over for confirmation, and if they come to you, you're ready to move right a bit. You give them a round of applause.
And when we talk about confirmation, the judge is looking not only for a pretty horse, but there's a structural value to their inspection. A horse whose shoulder tends to be straight up and down would give you a miserable ride. And with straight pasterns, he'd give you a jarring ride. The saddle breed is noted for sloping shoulder. That is from the point of the shoulder, the front end of his breast to you uninitiated viewers, back to where the saddle goes. That should be an oblique, sloping shoulder conformation. The reason of it, with that and the sloping pastern, when the horse's weight and the weight of the rider is supported when his foot hits the ground, the obliquity of that shoulder and the sloping pastern breaks the jar and gives the rider. Now the judges are viewing right in front of the camera at the moment, and they're inspecting this particular horse. I can't see the number of the rider. I'll tell you which one it is. But those judges are experienced, and they have a keen eye, and they can remember the conformation of one as compared to the other within the ring. And there are times when the competition is so close in the performance end that a matter of confirmation might make the decision in the mind of the judge. That isn't the paramount thing, but it's a factor. And after all, if we spend years since 1891 establishing a breed, it's good that they conform to the prescribed conformation of the breed. Now you notice this front view, good width between the front legs, that's desirable. A horse that we call pigeon-chested, where both legs seem to come out of the same hole, they strike their knees as they go into action, and it indicates a lack of breadth. A horse with a lot of room inside there has room for a lot of muscular strength. I can't say heart room because the heart is behind that. Girth, where the girth of the saddle goes, embraces the heart area, and you want that with great depth. Well, the crowd likes a certain horse for sure. I can't see which one they're applauding. It looks like Tom Moore. But when they go to another horse, another crowd will like the other horse better. So the audience rightly picks their own horse and shows their enthusiasm for it.
As they're checking confirmation, we'll have a winner in a moment from the Coliseum. $10,000 World's Grand Championship for Five-Gaited Stallion Mare Gelding here at the Kentucky State Fair Horse Show. June, this is a big moment. It has arrived.
It has arrived.
Perpetual trophy presentation by E.G. Lamont, president of the fair board.
The horses are grouped at the north and south ends. And you'll hear the roar go up when we hear the number of the winner.
In front of the judges stand for the award. And the winner is the grand champion Five-Gaited horse goes to number 133.
June, she broke tradition.
That broke tradition. That's the first time a mare has ever won 3 straight.
There she is, winning the trophy in 1965, also in 63 and 64. 3 times your world grand champion, Five-Gaited horse. It's my mind, Frank Bradshaw for Julie Richardson out of Atlanta. Going to ask 2 other horses to clear the rail, please, while Mr. Bradshaw makes a turn around the rail, winding up over at the TV camera for a short interview.
There you see Frank Bradshaw up on My. The mare has broke tradition by winning it 3 years in a row. 1963, 64, and 65 here at the World's Championship Kentucky State Fair Horse Show.
You've had a picture taken before.
Many of the sporting papers throughout the country have their representative here to get pictures of this. That's why there's a bevy of photographers out there, and that's why the little delay, because they all want.
Now, Frank, if you'll take a turn around the ring and end up over there at the TV camera,
You'll notice he's going to get Frank. Yes, sir. That's what it's for. Now, Jolie, we're going to have to be over here. I'll move it over here. Or do you want to stand for the picture? Pardon? You can do either. You stand. I'll move the chair here. I think they want us here. Will you stand back a minute?
Frank, congratulations again. How was the ride? She was better than the other night?
Well, she did good. He just hollering here tonight.
Well, it was a great win. Congratulations. You broke tradition tonight. You know it.
That's right. The first mare won 3 times.
3 years in a row. Congratulations again to you.
You may sit here. Would you like to sit?
Well, My has done it. Broke tradition, and we have a young lady here from Atlanta, Georgia, that we'd like you to meet. The owner of My from Atlanta, Georgia, Miss Jolie Richardson. Miss Richardson, congratulations.
Oh, I'm a nervous wreck.
Really?
Nervous wreck.
Oh, not really.
I'm always sort of, this way. Fingers, eyes, legs crossed. I'm terribly superstitious.
You realize, as I told Frank, he broke tradition tonight. A mare won it 3 years in a row.
In a row, right. We had a male, Lady Carrigan, that won it 4 years, so we're not in succession in that,
This
right.
is a great win, and congratulations to
Many
you
thanks. So kind.
and all your good friends down in Atlanta. They'll be happy tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Miss Richardson. Well, there's the story here at the Kentucky State Fair Horse Show. June, can I get you over here if I could? Did you get the reserve award by chance? You didn't in all the excitement? It's all right. It's all right. We had a lot of excitement here at the table, and we're trying to find out who was the reserve, June.
Contender.
Oh, the contender came in. Well, we had the contender, number 567, Tom Moore, up for the Nolan Farm.
Right.
And that was a great reserve for the contender here tonight. Well, June, that just about does it. Let's see if we can face around to the camera here, if we could, for a little bit, and close things off. I want to say to you, June Cronin, Secretary of the American Saddle Horse Breeders Association, on the part of myself and all of the crew that worked the horse show all week long, we enjoyed the fine cooperation of the horse show staff, and to you in particular for your great commentary, and I'm sure I say that for all our viewers who enjoyed every moment of your very excellent and educational narration here on the horse show.
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to serve with you, and the gratitude is the other way, and any sporting endeavor that isn't mutually beneficial has lost its real value. And whenever you remove the sentiment from any sport, you have damaged it deeply. So we are grateful to WAVE-TV for a magnificent contribution to the horse industry of Kentucky and the whole country.
You know, you get the spirit. My old Kentucky home, Earl Gregory and Jimmy Richardson at the organ, and all of this goes with a horse show. It just excites you, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Thank you very much,
It's
June.
a true picture of American way of life.
It's been a wonderful, wonderful week.
Thank you.
And that's about the story from here at the Kentucky State Fair Horse Show, with a reminder to our viewers on Channel 3 that tomorrow afternoon in color at 3:30, an American Football League game. It'll be Denver versus Buffalo. Don't miss it. This is Art Metzler, Kentucky State Fair Horse Show. Good night.